Well, boys and girls, let me show you a little bit of what I've been doing. Started on the electrical. It's an outside box, and what it'll plug into an extension cord like this one here. But both ends will be male, one for plugging in the extension cord and one for plugging in there. Then it'll come in and it'll come up to a circuit breaker right there. Using my little jackery here to put a light on everything. And if you look close, let me see if I can get it. Anyway, it goes into the circuit breaker. I got two circuit breakers. One isn't wired. The other one comes down, goes into the first box. Then it comes over and goes into the second box. Then the third box. And underneath that window will be the last box, which I'll let you guys watch as I finish that. Sorry for the light, but the electricity's not hooked up. And this one's a pretty simple one. Hold on a second while I get this working. Hope it doesn't fall down. Only cut myself 3 or 4 times doing the wiring. But that's to be expected. So, let's get started with this one. This one's pretty simple. Only has one wire going in. And then coming out, because there's only one. This is the last of the run. And we just need to put some wires here. Just to show you guys that actually I'm doing this myself. I don't have an electrician. Although, as many times as I've cut myself today, I wouldn't mind having an electrician. But actually, it hasn't been as bad as I thought it would be. Usually I cut myself a lot more than I have. And for those people that don't know, these are actually, if you wire the top one, which is what I'll do, is I'll put the wire on the top outlet. These are all connected. So if you wire the top one, it'll send power down to the bottom. So each of them is working. Anyway, that's a theory. Seems to work okay. I lost my Phillips screwdriver somewhere. Okay. Yeah, I just have another one right here. So we'll just, of course that one won't work. So I'll have to use this one. And I've used these before, as far as making a new extension cord with 2 L ends. At our cabin down at the beach, I have it set up that way, and the cabin up at on the property will be set up the same way. Just, you know, actually the one on the property will be running off of a battery, or actually probably 2 or 3 batteries by the time we get it all set up for solar. I got 200 watt solar. I got 2 100 watt solar panels up there. You know, we're gonna go probably with 2 more, at least 300 watts, so, and a couple more batteries. But that's something for next year, after we finish the cattle fence around the around the spring. Gotta figure out a way of keeping the cattle out of the spring. So we're just gonna build a old rail fence around it, and so we can develop that spring, and get a nice spring box in there. So we can hopefully get that pumped, or at least be able to pump it out, and maybe put a I don't know, 250 gallon looking for my drill. Oh, right there on the floor where I knocked it over. 250 gallon water, so we can fill it up and haul it up to the house. It'd be a lot easier than get it in the hole first, huh? I think I got it. No, I didn't. See what happens when you don't have a good flashlight. Hold on a second. There, I think I got it in the hole. That looks better. Anyway, that probably takes care of the electrical part. So we're kind of excited about that. This is Cass' shed for whatever. Still got to do the windows and the door. Windows are at, we're waiting on the windows from Lowe's. going to be in for probably still a couple weeks. And since we have an extra circuit breaker, maybe we can put a refrigerator or something in here with a designated old circuit. That'd be kind of cool, maybe. Well, I think that's it. I think we're done. Until after elk season. But it's been fun. Anyway, until we get the windows in and the door, my brother Steve has the door. And my sister has the frame. So we'll wait and see what happens with that. But I don't expect that until, we're not going to do anything until after elk season. So anyway, thank you. Subscribe, like, comment, and have a wonderful week. As you can see, we still don't have windows. They're supposed to be in about a week. But look at this. I put a door in. Now we just have to do some trim work. Let's open up, see what's going on in here. Oh, look, there's light. So we put up some shop lights right there. And I got to do a little cutting on the hole here, a little cutting here. And as you can see, it doesn't really line up very well. So I got to cut a new hole, fill this with, put these boards behind these probably. And then we'll put the windows in, but the electricity's working. Everything's working pretty good. That'll be it for right now. As you can see, one window in on this side. Still need to stain it. Got to put a few more screws on this wall here and that, or actually just this wall here. Doors in, and it stays closed most of the time. Needs a little bit of file work done on it. This window's in. Roof is on. Step inside. And the light on. I can't turn the light on because I unplugged it. Anyway, windows in. Needs a little caulking and stuff here and there, but it's watertight. Need to get some foam for putting in the edges here, up above. I'll put insulation there, a little foam in here. Can of that squirt foam. Electricity's all set up. Kathy's been working on a blanket. Can't really see it very well. Of course, I had to turn the electricity off because I was leaving. But got some insulation. We're going to do the walls in 1x6 tongue and groove. Ceiling, I'm not sure where I'm going to. I got to fill in some gaps and stuff, make sure it doesn't leak. But we'll insulate the walls regardless. You can see a little daylight down there. Probably put some of that spray foam in there. Got a little hole up there. I want to make sure we fill that in. And then the ribs on the roofing. Take care of that. Anyway, that'd be it. Okay, catch you later, guys.